I'm starting my journey at the heart of this story, in Selma, Alabama. On the surface, it's a typical southern town, but one with a remarkable history. Back in 1965, a 5-day march to the state capital, Montgomery, began here, and it made headlines around the world. The march marked a turning point in the fight for civil rights for African Americans and is now a source of pride for the people of Selma. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Diana Harris has lived here all her life and was 15 at the time of the march.
So, Diana, take us back to that first march.
Okay, my first march was on Bloody Sunday. My brother and I were at the very back of the line. We never got to the bridge because the marchers were chased from the foot of the bridge back over into the Selma side. So we ended up having to run back to the church for safety.
State troopers have been assigned to your protection. You are to move off of the street immediately.
By being at the back of the line, we were able to run. We first encountered tear gas. We could smell the tear gas. Then we started hearing people yelling and screaming. Then we started hearing those horse hooves. That meant the possemen were coming over on this side of town on horseback, chasing people back. It didn't scare me so bad that I didn't want to be a part, but the violence was so bad to watch and encounter. This is the church where my brother and I ran to for safety, coming from being chased by a posseman, which ran us up the steps of the church on horseback.
And your mother couldn't vote. She had tried to vote?
Yes, she attempted to get to the courthouse, but never got inside to vote.
And even if she was to be able to get in, the questions that they would ask.
Mom wouldn't have been able to pass that test. Then there was the jelly bean quiz. Our people were asked to guess how many jelly beans were in a jar. Any answer that was given was never correct. Then there was a third item. You were asked how many soap bubbles are in a bar of soap. These were 3 major demeaning tactics that were used: the literacy test, the jelly beans, and the soap bar. At mass meetings at night, the church was filled to capacity. You would hear beautiful freedom songs. The songs gave us courage. They spread the message. My very first freedom song that I learned was "Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around." Would you like to hear a verse of it?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
I'll try. Ain't gonna let George Wallace turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let George Wallace turn me round. I'm gonna keep on a-walking, keep on a-talking, marching up the freedom land.
And do you think the town wears this history proudly?
I think, I would say overall, for the majority, we still have people that don't know the history that live here. The generation of today still have to learn. They were not here, so they have to learn and be taught how much it means to be proud of your history. I'm very proud of Selma.
The Travel Show, your essential guide wherever you're heading. Every weekend on BBC News.